Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I've been kind of out of touch for the month of April. We've had so much going on. We had a death in the family, and then of course at the funeral exposed to COVID. And just one thing after another. My husband wasn't able to go back to work when he came back from the funeral, and I don't know, and then my mom isn't doing well, my sister's not doing well, and so I've been trying to help them, and I just, to be honest with you, haven't felt like doing a video. I'm trying to play catch up now since we were quarantined, and the state is opening up, so it's a little better. I was able to get my second vaccine. Yeah, so now I got to get back to work. I got to get busy doing stuff, making videos and talking to you guys. I miss you guys. So unfortunately, the project that or maybe fortunately, it depends on how you look at it. I usually make a list of things I want to do, and I've had this one on my list for a long time. I've told you I have piles of scraps. I've got, let me just show you. I don't know if you can see this, but this is one of those big, giant 12 by 12 bins from Walmart that I keep all my scraps in. And I have two of them, and the lids don't close anymore. So I've got to do something. So I don't know why. I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought, everybody's doing these master boards. And I don't own these digitals, so I can't, scan them and do anything with them. I don't really see a point to scanning them and using them for myself because I have so many other digitals. But I do want to use up these scraps. So I guess on the masterboard kind of theme here, I woke up and I was thinking, what if I did like, kind of a cutting guide kind of thing like I did with the 12 by 12s, to make journal inserts for the, with 8.5 by 11 instead of the 12 by 12. That way I could take some of these now. I've got some dictionary and some music paper to go along with it, but these are coffee dyed prints. These are from Leanna Scrap, but sometimes the printer doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and it feeds two pieces of paper through at the same time, and you get these kind of funky prints. So, or you stop the print halfway through, or the power goes out, or whatever. And so I can use these up. And what I thought I want to try to do is and my whole April was supposed to be reduce, reuse, recycle, and I ended up doing like 2 design team projects, and that's all I've done for the month. So I didn't get to reduce anything yet. So I'd like to do a journal that is pretty much outside of maybe some extra coffee dyed and maybe some ledger paper or graph paper or something, using up my scraps and using up some of these coffee dyed misprints, and Lord knows I have book pages everywhere, and so I thought I'm going to do 6 8.5 by 11 masterboards. I'm just going to call them collage pages because that's basically what they are. And I'm going to use cutting guides to make the ephemera. Now, there are 5 of these, and I will upload these to my Facebook group. They will be free. They're nothing fancy, and they can be modified. You don't have to use this. It's just a guide. I have done 1-inch belly bands. You could do 1.5 inch and then cut off 1.5 inch here and then divide these in half. But it's a guide, okay? So this gives you belly bands, 2 2 and 4 pockets. This one is just how I will probably cut one of the collage pages in half and make 2 envelopes. Basically, it's just to remind me what I want to do. Here on this one, I'll get a couple of side tucks, a couple of small tags, a couple more pockets, a couple medium tags, some journal cards, and then this one I have left over for something else. I might make some kind of cluster or tickets or little tiny tags or for embellishments on the cover or whatever. And then I've got 2 large tags, and then I've got these miscellaneous strips. This might be for decorating an edge of a page or the edge of a pocket or whatever. You know, but I wanted to make sure that I got the things in here that I usually include, and those are belly bands, pockets, envelopes, tucks, and tags. And that is by no means all inclusive. That's just, you know, a beginning. So that's what I want to do today. And I've got my, I won't need these until after I do the collaging, but I've got my charming fragments here from my design team, and I just thought I'd start there and work my way back. A lot of ephemera in this kit, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So let me clear off a little bit more of these and get my Mod Podge, and I'll be right back. And the other thing that I have is these huge, what is this, measures about 18 by 14 by 18 envelopes from Amazon. I have, you know, several of these that they have like you can hear it. There's like a layer of a little styrofoam dots in between the layers of paper. I want to use one of these for the cover. So I have several of those I need to repurpose too. So that's going to be the cover for this next project. But I'm just going to start with one of these, and we will work our way through. I'm probably only going to do one on camera, and then we will, I'll finish off camera. But I'm not going to use the cardstock ones. I'm going to save the cardstock for ephemera, and I didn't realize how much of this was cardstock. And then we will use, looks like these are the same. I wasn't very good about paying attention to what I was using. I try to mix it up a little bit more, but alright. So I've got my Mod Podge here. And I always use a baby wipe around the edge when I'm finished. I wash the inside of this and the outside of this, and I usually don't have any problems getting it open after I've used it a couple of times. I still will be able to get it open. I learned the hard way. You don't want to just wipe it on there and now my brush is wet. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna start in the corners. This is watered down. Let's see. I think I'm gonna rotate, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to be doing ephemera that goes in different directions. So I think it would be nice if you didn't have to worry about a direction. So I'm gonna lay this down here. This is going to get really wrinkly because this paper is really thin. I don't care for glue stick on this because I want to make sure that it's going to stay stuck. So, alright. Rotate. And we'll go with another piece. Let's see. I think I'll probably go off the edge. Well, maybe I'll do this one here in the middle. I don't know why, guys, I feel like I'm a little nervous today. Seems weird. I've been doing this for 2 years, and then I take a few weeks off, and I feel kind of flustered. There we go. I'm not worried about covering the necessarily the whole thing right now with the Mod Podge, because I will do that at the end, but I want to make sure it's not lifting. Alright, I think I will go ahead and put this in the corner, yeah. So I hope you guys have all been having a good week. What day is it? Is it Thursday? Kind of lost track. Okay, and I may fast forward through some of this, and then I'll come back and show you the other ones that I have made. Now I am going to overlap these images. Make sure there's nothing weird on here. These old dictionaries have some strange things on them sometimes. All right. And so I think I said this already, but I want to save the cardstock ephemera and stuff for actually using on the you know, the pieces themselves after I cut them apart. Okay, let's do this here. Trying not to think about it too much, because when I think about it too much, then I don't like it. I don't know why. Well, because I put so much thought into it, and it's not perfect, and it's not supposed to be perfect. So just, you know, have fun with it. All right, turn it this way. Let's do some music page. Try to do this part down here. Well, this Mod Podge is water-based, so I'm not worried about getting it on my mat. It will come off. The baby wipes take it right off, as long as I don't leave it overnight or anything. Okay. So I won't be using these for the pages. I'll probably use, instead of using the designer pages, I'll probably use you know, extra coffee dyed paper for the actual journal portion, and then have some other things thrown in there. But the majority of the ephemera is going to be these collage pages, and also the cover will be. So therefore, because I have 5 cutting guides, I need 6 of these pages here. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to worry about filling in every single little tiny space. I mean, I may not. Now I believe this is G Kerr. I have everything mixed up, so I will probably be using Tsunami Rose, G Kerr, Artie Mays, and who knows what else. So, like I said, I'm trying not to think too hard about this. Just kind of want to, because we're going to be cutting Oh, I don't really want that. I want this postcard, but not that piece. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I'm also not tearing all 4 sides, so. You know, it just occurred to me that did I do this upside down? Did I do the good side? No. Okay. It would not surprise me in the least. Oh, I'm kind of scatterbrained lately. All right. What else we got? Got this edge over here, but everything else is pretty much covered. So let's turn this around this way. Let's go this way and see if we can find a little bit. Yeah. Well, that's not quite long enough now that I ripped it. Let's do, I've got 3 of these same pages, so let's see if I do, yeah, let's do that. And it's almost that same piece, but this isn't going to show by the time I cut it off. So here we go. Get that on there. I'm also not inking each individual piece because I want to, you know, just do it. And if I sit and ink every little piece, it's going to take me forever. So I will leave the inking of the piece until I actually cut everything apart. There is that one. I'm going to set this aside to dry. And like I said, this doesn't have any focal points. That's why I have half a flower here. I haven't given it an awful lot of thought. I'm just covering it, and then I'm going to be using the little pieces of leftover ephemera for the focal points. I just want to be able to use up some of the scraps. Now, I've made one of these. I plan to make 6. I haven't barely even touched, well, I haven't even gotten into my crates. I'm only in my, you know, couple of pieces from the last project. So, yeah, what would be nice is if I could get all my kids to sit around the table with me and collage and, you know, do 100 of these and have them on hand for ephemera. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, one can dream. Anyway, all right, guys, listen, that's going to be it for today. I just wanted to tell you about, get fingerprints on here, tell you what I was going to do, what we've been up to, and I will upload the cutting guides. Like I said, they're just guides. They're not, you don't want to print them out on the paper. They're just a guide that you can use for ideas to include in your journals. If you don't want belly bands in your journals, don't put belly bands in your journals. Use it as an edging strip or something different. There's no one way. It's just an idea. So I will upload those in my Facebook group. All the information to how to get into my Facebook group is in the description box. If you go to my Facebook group, you will need to answer 3 questions. If you do not answer 3 questions, you will not get into the group. And that's to keep the spammers out. I cannot tell you, I've had at least 2 people that have said, I watched you make the bread to get into the group. It's like, that is not my channel. I mean, it could be someday, but so far I have not made any bread on my channel. So, but to keep the scammers and spammers out, I have the 3 questions. So if you'll just answer those, they're very basic. Otherwise, I'm not going to let you in. It's just, I have to have a way to keep the riffraff out. So anyway, I will be back and I will show you what I've come up with, and then we'll use the cutting guides and we'll start working on a journal. Okay? See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.